Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is my own personal guide on loot farming. Now, everything I'm about to show you, you can find in other YouTube videos, but I've never seen all of them in one video. And so I'm going to show you my own personal way of loot farming. I am currently level 25. I have max level. I have completed all the main quests, and I'm going to show you how to get some really good gear no matter what level you currently are. Whether you're early game, mid game, or late game, and they will be timestamped below for easy access. So no matter where you are in the game, you'll be able to access some good loot, and or if you just need some extra runes, this will also be very useful for that. So first off, we're going to start with the early game loot. This is something I used for a while in my early game, and then as I started learning some better places, I started expanding. First off, we're going to go all the way over to the scavenger camp with the mine shaft. Go ahead and put a waypoint on there. Now, these early game areas you can access in any order. This is just specifically what I like to do. So we'll go ahead and quickly run over there. I'll show you my own personal route of how I get there. Alright, now that we're done with that, we're going to come over here and pull out a ranged weapon or a wand. I like to use a wand because it saves my ammo for later. Run over here. While that's exploding, we're going to open this up. There's usually some kind of consumable in there. Once that's exploded, we're going to come over here and we're going to loot this chest. Ring of Stamina, not bad, especially early game. Going to collect that. Then we're going to go ahead and teleport back home. Next, we're going to go into the Shroud real quick. We're going to be going over here. Set a waypoint over there. Gonna run over to this side of the base over here. What I like to do is I like to jump off this thing and then go through that hole, but in case you guys don't know where to go, I'll show you real quick. We're gonna aim for that tower right there that I'm aiming at. So you can either just fall or you can glide down, doesn't really matter. Come over to this place. This also, if you need some salt, you can get a nice chunk of salt real quickly. They're going to open up this chest. We're going to get our crackling wand. Now, what you can do is you can go to the top of this tower, or you can just teleport from here. We're going to go back home. Okay, now that we're back home, we're going to come over here to right around here. Going to place a waypoint right there. Going to run down here. You can't open this chest. There's usually some decent consumables, health potions, and arrows, and other things. Jump up on here. We're aiming for that second pillar right around there. We're going to go on the other side. Fly down here. Pull out our pickaxe. Now you're going to see some rebel right here. We're going to go ahead and kill this rebel. Get ourselves access to a golden chest. Open it up. Now, yeah, as you can see, we got a legendary. I have gotten legendaries from this somewhat consistently, not like super consistently. Then we're going to run up here. We're going to run over to this area. There is about 7 liquid shroud you can collect if you need it. Then we're going to run over to this side of this thing right here. Let our stamina recharge for a moment. We're going to fly down here. Now, if you have a lower tier glider, you're going to end up coming out to about right over here. We're going to jump over here. Going to ignore those guys. Run past this little respawn point. Jump down here. Come over here. Run up here. Collect this chest. Usually there's a wand or some other common gear. Going to run down here. Jump over this thing. And then once we get to about right here, we're going to jump down. Glide down so you don't take fall damage. See what's in here. Usually there's magic. Right? Then this is where you would go ahead and drink and eat just to make sure you're good on your stamina and health. Pull out a weapon. Doesn't really matter as long as you got a decent weapon. We're going to kill this boss. And then we're going to check and see what he's got. I've gotten the most consistent legendaries for this early run from this guy, but as you can see, I got a epic level 3 guillotine, some runes, the fell thunderbrute head, and a shroud core. The head is good for leveling up your altar. Then we're going to go ahead and destroy this shroud root. Now, this thing that I'm doing is part of a main quest, so it might be a good idea to wait until you get to that quest, and then we're going to come back home. And there we go. That is the early game area of stuff that we've gotten. All this goodness right here. Got some decent stuff, especially for early level. This is pretty decent. I was rocking this for a while. Guillotine's also pretty good. The next 3 chests we're going to hit are more, I'd say, one of them you could use in early game, but I would say the next 3 areas, especially the second and third, are going to be more mid to late game, or mid-game area places that we're going to go. So we're going to go ahead and right about southeast of the Alchemist Vault is going to be the Scavenger Stash. It's also northwest of an ancient obelisk. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit so you can get a decent look at the map. Now, what I did in the past is actually put a flame altar here for a specific different reason, but it is very useful now if I want to go farm this weapon. So, yeah, once again, you're going to go, it's northwest of the starting area, the Cinder Vault that you spawn out of. And you're just going to basically follow this path here all the way over to where the ancient vault of the alchemist is. And if you don't have this area unlocked or you haven't been to it, you can also go to from the ancient spire and fly down this way. But because this is the way I do it, I'm just going to come over here and then I'll fly over there. So I'll go ahead and put a waypoint there. The way I'm going to go is fast travel here and then run and fly over to here. Alright, then we're just going to head down in this direction. I'm going to go ahead and kill these 3 goons in here. Right, then we're going to run over here. There's a gold chest here. Now, this has only ever given me the same weapon, which is the Wailing Blade, which I was rocking the Wailing Blade for a while during my late early game to mid game, all the way into later on the end game. The next place we're going to go is going to be over here, so it's northeast of the Ancient Spire Springlands fast travel area. It's just north of the Mistbury Catacombs, and it is south of the Ancient Spire Ravelwood fast travel. So you can see I'm here right now, and we're going to go ahead and jump over to here. So I'm going to go ahead and fast travel over to the Springlands fast travel. Okay, we're going to go in that direction. Just going to go ahead and jump off. Now, if you have a lower tier glider, you're going to end up landing somewhere around there. But I have the ghost glider, so I'll be able to fly for a bigger distance. Now, this one, you're going to have to upgrade your flame altar a little bit. I think level 3 shouldn't be more than level 3 to get access to this. Sweet. So you're gonna once you get to this area, you're gonna look for this little tree right here. Now I'm not sure if you actually need to, but there is the text you can read that will tell you to come here anyways. It's in one of the buildings over there. This is a little bit more difficult of an area because you got a bunch of enemies that can be difficult to deal with if you're not prepared. So we're gonna go ahead and do some grave robbing. Gonna open this up. Now, I've only ever found the Hail Scourge, which I was rocking the 2 Hail Scourges and the Wailing Blade for a while into the late game. Okay, next area we're gonna go to is gonna be way up here north. It's almost directly north of where we're currently at. It's northwest of the Ravelwood fast travel. We're gonna come over here. Now, since I am in the shroud, I'm not going to be able to fast travel, so we're going to go ahead and get out of that real quick. I discovered that if you kind of just jump over this, and then jump on top of this little thing, and then, there we go. You can get out of the shroud pretty easily. Okay, now that we're out of the shroud, we're going to go ahead and we'll fast travel up to here. It is the Glenwood's End little town. So it is west of Pikes City area and northwest of the Ancient Spire Ravelwood fast travel. But I have a flame altar here, so we're going to go ahead and fast travel to that. This is definitely more of the mid-range area like the last place we just visited. Now, normally when you come into this place, there's going to be a boss and a bunch of enemies that you're going to have to defeat. But because I have a flame altar here, none of those guys spawn in. We're going to come over here, pick up this chest, and we got a Shepherd's Lightning Staff, which I don't use magic, so that doesn't really mean anything to me. And now we'll go ahead and go back home. All right, so from here, and if you haven't gotten into the east, we're going to go far east, pretty much as far east as you can go. If you haven't gotten into the far east, there are quests that will take you over there, so main quests that will take you over there. So you'll get there eventually if you haven't gotten there already. So this is like the Savannah area, and this is more of the desert area. It's easiest to discover these areas if you've already got the Kindle Waste fast travel. Otherwise, you're going to have to do some running around. So if you guys want to know more specifics on how to get there from a specific place, I can show you that. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of fast travel over to the Kindle Waste fast travel. Just so I'll show you how to get there from the Kindle Waste fast travel. Alright, now that we're in the Kindle Waste fast travel, I'm going to go ahead and just put a marker here. And we're going to be going off in that direction, so that's where we're going to be heading for. So we'll go ahead and jump over there. And here we are. Definitely always recommend hitting up these respawn points. So for this next part, it doesn't really matter if you go left or right, just as long as you pick a direction and go with it. Be coming over here. Be running down this area. Going through these doors. And we're going to be running down here, taking a left, and then a right. Open this. And here you can see the chest. Open the chest, and we got an epic composite bow with 25 power. Now, I did do some tunneling, and I placed a fast travel point here, and it's out of the shroud. If you want to know more about how I did this, please let me know, and I will make a video about how I did that. Okay, and now the last high-end area we're going to go to is going to be way over here. To get to this point, it's south of the Umber Hollow. And I believe the Pillars of Creation is around here, somewhere around here too. But the Pillars of Creation is right here. So it's southeast of the Pillars of Creation. And it's also slightly northwest of the Sun Temple where you get the Ghost Glider. And it's near the southeast part of the map. So currently we are over here, and it's southwest where we currently are. I will go ahead and jump onto the Kindle Waste fast travels point and kind of give you a guide on a walkthrough of how I got there myself. Alright, go ahead and eat, drink, and be merry. You're going to come over to the southwest part of the tower. And it is in that general direction. I think it's actually right there. So we're going to go ahead and quickly fly as far as we can. We're going to go ahead and aim for that thing right there that my stamina circle is on. If you have the Ghost Glider, this will be pretty easy. It took me a minute to figure this out, but it is right around here at this dead tree. We're going to open up this chest, and look at that. We got a level 25 legendary fearsome club. And here's my flame altar. And we'll go ahead and head back home real quick. Before I do that, I will mention that if you have flame altars at this sun temple and one over here at this little loot area, you can quickly and easily farm this in like 30 seconds, access both of those areas, and you'll get max level loot really quickly. It's actually where I got this armor and this sword, and I made the shield myself, but I found this shield in these chests. I'm gonna go back home, and I'll show you some other loot that you can get from farming those two areas alone. So I had to make 2 chests just for this stuff. So this is my armor chest. I got these all these armors from those last two chests that I showed you, and I got all these weapons. I had more weapons, but I actually salvaged some of them. I didn't get that. I got that one from somewhere else, but I got pretty much everything here from those last 2 chests that we just farmed. And yeah, that is what I do for loot farming. Now, just by doing this alone, you'll be able to get... You'll be able to get about roughly 668 runes just from doing all of those. And then all you gotta do is reset the server or quit, go to the main menu, get back into the game, and you can do those all over again. Now, that first loot farm that I showed you, the early game one, that took me about 6 minutes in total when I first did it. So it takes a little bit longer. But for being a low level, that is worth it, and you can definitely get a nice chunk of runes off of doing that alone. Now, if you were to completely empty your inventory and do the last 2 on there, just those 2, then you'll be able to get a lot more runes than that. And just for the collection, I'm keeping this stuff just because I think it looks cool to have all this stuff. And I also got that. I did get the arsonist bow from that as well as getting the deep root axe, frozen core wand, extinguished sword, a rare hatchet, a noble sword, and a white wolf's sword. So there you have it. If you want to know if you want any other guides on anything Enshrouded related, where to find a specific resource, how to defeat a specific boss like the Wyvern or anything like that, please comment below what you'd like to see, and I'll see about making a video about it. So without further ado, thank you all for watching this. Please like and share this with anybody you think could benefit from this, and if you benefited from it, and comment anything else you'd like to see Enshrouded related. So goodbye everybody, and have a good rest of your day.